India is a country known for her religious and cultural diversity. With over 5,000 years of history and more than 20 major languages, India's art, architecture, and cultural heritage are inexhaustibly rich. Her repertoire brims with priceless paintings, sculptures, crafts, and architectural marvels. India has a lot to look at with pride.
India's monuments are the speaking stones of her intricate political and cultural history. This project hopes to explore some of her splendor through a rich, immersive multimedia experience.
Select a monument from the list to explore it in detail.
I'll select the Sri Andal temple, and let's look at the history and legend guided tour.
You have chosen to take the history and legend guided tour of the Sri Andal temple in Srivilliputturu in Tamil Nadu. This temple, dedicated to Sri Andal, is found close to the...
I've just paused the narrative. Notice how I can interact with the background and actually zoom in to anything that may catch my eye. What we're looking at here is a fairly high-resolution panoramic image of the city of Srivilliputturu, and the user has the freedom to look at any part of the temple. And once you're done exploring, you can always return to where you left off. When you hit play, it should smoothly resume the narrative.
Dedicated to Sri Andal, is found close to the Vatapatra Sai temple of Lord Vishnu, which is said to have been built during the 8th century AD.
Andal is perhaps one of the most famous poet saints of the Bhakti movement in South India. Her life reflects the key sentiments of love and devotion from this movement. This virtual tour will tell her story and point out the key aspects of the temple and their rituals of worship. The story of Andal begins right here in this garden, which was tended to by a devout Brahmin named Vishnu Chitta. In his daily worship, he gathered flowers from here and made garlands for the worship of the Lord. One morning, as he went about his duties, he discovered a baby girl lying under a tulasi plant. Having no family...
Wow, that sculpture looks pretty interesting. So I just pause the narrative and I can zoom in, take a look at the intricate artwork. I can also explore this space. So what I'm going to do is just pan down for a second and enter this building. And what's that? That's the actual plant where the baby girl was found.
Having no family of his own, Vishnu Chitta felt it was God's grace that gave him this child and named her Kodai, or gift of Mother Earth.
We now enter the temple dedicated to Sri Andal, as Kodai was later known, through this vaulted passageway. You can see that it is, even today, alive with shops that sell food, jewelry, paintings, and other curios that are related to her. The temple is said to have been built over Vishnu Chitta's house and garden where Andal spent her childhood. Explore Lala's sweet shop and see what they have in store.
I'm just going to click on this red dot here. Notice how it pops up some text and audio annotation. So we can provide some extra information about what we're looking at.
Andal grew up in an atmosphere of love and devotion to Lord Vishnu. Vishnu Chitta, her father, taught her the secrets of Hindu philosophy and shared with her his respect for Tamil poetry. Before long, she was passionately in love with the Lord. She imagined what it would be like to be his bride, playing the role of his beloved, enjoying his presence. Unknown to her father, she adorned herself daily with the flower garland he prepared for the Lord. After admiring her reflection in the well and thinking of herself as the Lord's ideal bride, she would put the garland back for her father to take to the temple. Explore the murals on the ceiling or learn more about the Vaishnavite symbology.
Let's just take a moment here to talk about this medium through which we're being guided. This is called a point cloud and is created by Photosynth. What Photosynth does is combines many images and registers them in 3D space, and it's able to create this very rich 3D model of that space. What it allows us to do is gives us a very good spatial context of where we are and enhances the experience of actually being in that location. Alright, let's continue.
Right symbology.
We are now in the beautiful middle hallway of the temple. The carving on each pillar is beautifully intricate. Every pillar depicts characters related to Lord Vishnu from the rich Hindu mythological imagery. Notice a golden column rising to the sky. It is one of the main attributes of Vishnu temples and is known as the Dhwaja Stambham. View the top of the Dhwaja Stambham and learn more about it, or take a closer look at the pillar.
We can also add video annotations. If I click on the red dot above the pillar, I can learn more about it.
This is the inner courtyard. Hindus trace a clockwise circumambulatory path around this part of the temple as a ritual of worship. The walls of the passages are filled with paintings depicting the numerous incarnations of Lord Vishnu as well as scenes from Andal's story.
Now to continue with Andal's legend. Vishnu Chitta, troubled by his daughter's blasphemous behavior of adorning herself with garlands made for the Lord, forbade her from touching the flowers again. According to Hindu belief, offerings made to God have to be pristine and unused by mere mortals. That night, Vishnu Chitta had a vision. The Lord appeared in his dream and told him that he missed the scent of Kodai's body in the flowers. He demanded that only garlands once worn by Kodai be used as offerings to him henceforth. From this day on, she became known as Andal, the girl who ruled over the Lord. This Sri Viliputtur temple to date serves